Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's the Young Gunner DJ G-Wiz back here again with another one. Today's date, July the 3rd, Thursday, July the 3rd, 2025. I'm back here again on this YouTube thing, you know what I mean? So I know we talked yesterday. Um, I had this long, I don't know, venting session about, losing a friend. I think I'm dealing with it better. You guys have been reaching out. That's been supportive. I know a lot of things have been happening in the area. I've been reading the papers, and it just seems like those type of stories have been happening a little bit more often than not. So check on your friends and your loved ones. Let me put that aside for a second. Just got back from the barber shop. Shout outs to my barber Ben over at Upscale. He got your boy right. Back in the game. Always got to get that cut. Every 7 to 10 days. Let that barber bless you. To my brothers out there, you got to get that cut. I mean, looking your best at all times. It's literally a hack. We're working on it. We're working on it each and every day. Besides all that, let's talk about some music stuff. Let's get into that. Let me lighten up the mood for the producers on this YouTube that are subscribers of mine that produce. Let's talk about that. You know what I mean? Let's get into that. Let's get into that. So, what do you need to take your music to the next level? What is it that you need? I think one of the big keys that I learned with taking your music to the next level is the confidence. Confidence to me comes from when you don't give up on yourself. So a lot of times when I'm producing, when I'm making beats, and it's not going my way, I'm just pulling sounds, pulling rhythms, picking drums that are trash, but I stick with it. I see the process out and I finish the beat. Through that repetition over time, over years and years of trial and error, I kind of built that confidence. I feel comfortable about the changes that I make in my music. Confidence is going to separate you and take you to the next level. A lot of this is self-belief, believing in yourself to the highest form. I remember I would put my trust in other people. I would put my music to other people, and I would literally beg them to listen to my music because I didn't have the confidence in the music itself. And it would get to a point where I would just put my music on anybody who would listen. And I never really got any results from that. So right now, if you're in that loop where you're pushing people to listen to your music, reaching out to maybe producers, songwriters, artists, and you're not getting a response, maybe you need to reevaluate. Maybe you have an insufficient product. If you got a product on the marketplace and it's not selling, maybe it's wrong. It's something wrong with the product. And it's okay. It's okay to have bad beats or mediocre beats. But the hardest part is coming to that realization that maybe I'm not where I need to be at. Maybe my beats aren't really good enough. Maybe I don't feel comfortable with the process. Again, everything that I tell you guys is confidence based. It's a mental mind game. You literally are going to have to shoot yourself out of this slump. You're just going to have to keep shooting over and over until something lands, because eventually something is going to land. You got to stop looking at everyone to be the savior for you. You got to save yourself. So, music producers, what are we telling what are we telling ourselves? Are we constantly going online reading about what everybody else is saying and what everybody else is doing and why this isn't working and what plugin should I use and all this nonsense? I heard this producer on this, what was it, on IG? He said, if you're not having fun, then you should reevaluate the process. I'm like, do you think this is fun? Do you think music is making it is fun? You think making music is fun? That's no. This is a lifestyle, my guy. This is a lifestyle. I make music because it's in my blood. It's only fun when the music is done. But trying to get through the journey, it's up and down, it's highs and lows, peaks and valleys. So I don't want you guys to get caught up in that head trash, that this has to be fun all the time. You're an adult. Life isn't always going to be fun. Making beats ain't always fun. I used to hate tracking out my beats. I used to love making the idea, but when it was time for the artist to get on the beat or me to track it out so the artist could jump on it, I hated that part. I absolutely hated it. And guess what? That hindered my growth because my ideas couldn't get any bigger. Because what happened was when I started falling in love with the process and tracking out the beat, then more ideas came. I'm like, man, if I track it out this way, then I can pull this out and then do this stop. Then what if we put a low pass on here and then we did this little stutter effect? So it opened my mind to new realities. It gave me more creativity. And that's probably what's holding you back. You're too scared. You're just unsure of yourself. You won't just go ahead and do it. You think I like sitting here on YouTube and talking over and over? Like I'm talking to you guys, but I'm literally talking to my phone. Like you think this is fun? No. But guess what? It's a part of the progress. It's all of the part of the process. We just got to keep going. Things are not going to be easy for us. You know that. You have to stay the course. Do the stuff you hate doing because what's on the other side is success and it's waiting for you. Absolutely. But you'll never know because you're at home and you're eating pizza and you're playing games and you're probably just doing a bunch of nonsense instead of doing what you got to do. Not because it's fun, but because you're an adult and you said you wanted to do this. You literally told your friends and family that you make beats. You literally call yourself a music producer. And yet, you don't make beats all day, every day. When they see you, you're on the game. When they see you, you're eating pizza and hanging out, you're drinking, you're doing all that other stuff. They don't never see you at the studio. They don't never see you at the music store. You don't never max out your credit cards on equipment. You're running around chasing women, doing all the silliness. And that's why you're where you're at. That's just it. And hey, it's your choice. Nobody's gonna force you to post your beats. Nobody's gonna force you to send out loops. Nobody's gonna force you to get in beat battles. Hey, it's up to you. The guys that end up making it are the guys that stay consistent, that stay disciplined, and stick to the script. Hey, will I see you at the top? Who knows? But that's all I have for you guys today. DJ G-Wiz out.